I'm your host, Logan23, and you're joining me for The Silent Twin, Chapter 17, Dear Diary. The photo sessions carried on for another whole year. My hatred grew, blooming like a bitter poison in my chest. Relief came when I began to turn the hurt outwards, releasing the frustration with each sharp slice of the blade. Mother caught me one day. I'd been engraving the word dirty into my stomach with a knife. A whole year of therapy followed, which was a complete waste of my time. Mother wanted to have me committed because the therapy wasn't working. It was little wonder I reacted by pushing her down the stairs. I remember thinking there was no way she would lose that much blood and still be alive. I smile to myself now as I recall how shocked I was and how far I've come. Okay. Detective Snowed, Abigail Duncan, 4 days gone. I finally uncovered Nick's secret, but it's not going to help me find Abigail, and now I have a much different and bigger problem to deal with. I find Radcliffe's cottage at the end of the dog walker's country lane. Nick came out here with the intent of doing harm, if need be, or worse. Things might get hairy in there, but I can't let Nick do anything stupid. I should remind Nick that Radcliffe may not be guilty, and remind Nick that he's a police officer. I may not be guilty. Remember, Nick, Radcliffe has yet to be proven guilty of anything. It has to be him. How could I let him into our lives without knowing anything about him? I allowed him into my home, fed him, paid him, and the whole time he was... Nick, please calm down. Was Olivia next? Was she part of his sick plan, too? He'll talk one way or another. Guilty or not, if you take the law in your own hands, you'll go down too. Think about your family. Think about Olivia and Matt. Nick stomps on ahead. He bangs on the door. Radcliffe! There's no answer, and you peek in through the window, using your flashlight to look inside. I can't see anything. He might not be here. Nick bangs louder. Radcliffe! Or he might be hiding from Nick. You hear a loud bang as Nick rams into the door. He storms inside. Nick! You hurry in after him. The interior is dark, but you see Radcliffe's silhouette rising slowly from his armchair. Nick wastes no time. He lunges at him. Bastard! Nick, no! Nick lands a punch that sends Radcliffe tumbling into the rear wall. He takes the cable from his jacket and coils it around Radcliffe's... Okay! Not yet! We need answers out of him, not his dying breath. Where's Abigail? Oh god, Nick's gonna kill him if I don't do something. I should... Oh, shit. Do nothing. I want to see how this plays out. This is excruciating to watch, but he can't really mean to kill Radcliffe. Nick's a good person. He's not capable of murder. We hope not! Nick tightens the cable, gritting his teeth. You killed my daughter. Now I'm going to kill you. Okay, we can stop him now. Make it quick. Confusion flickers over Nick's face. He loosens his grip on the cable. Make it quick. Nick throws Radcliffe to the floor and steps away. You exhale in relief. Radcliffe coughs and wheezes as his lungs reclaim air. Why didn't you finish it, Nick? Because it's what you wanted. What have you done with my daughter, you bastard? Is she here? Radcliffe rises to his feet. I've not touched Abigail, I swear. Why did you come back? I've been waiting for you. I can tell you the truth if you want it. So you're ready to confess? Radcliffe looks at you and shakes his head. Your boss has been lying to you, detective. He's trying to frame me. What do you mean? Radcliffe pulls a key from his pocket. Here, let me show you. Steps towards a door at the back of the room. Is Abigail behind that door? Look over at Nick. He looks like he's barely keeping it together. The door opens with an audible clunk. Radcliffe gestures for you both to follow him into his other room. Please. Okay. You enter the room and your eyes widen at the sight before you. An array of colorful oil paintings of varying shape and size fill the room. The paintings now hung on the walls, or not hung on the walls, are stacked in the corners. There must be hundreds of paintings in here. All of them children at play. The same two children. Did you paint these?
Every single one.
I had no idea you were an artist.
We don't all wear barrettes and carry easels.
Radcliffe blinks back tears.
Memories. That's all I have of the left of them.
Radcliffe points to a woman featured in some of the paintings.
That's my wife.
He points to the children, a dark-haired boy and a freckled-faced girl.
And these.
Radcliffe becomes choked with emotion. Your children? Radcliffe nods.
They passed away 10 years ago. I've been painting them ever since.
So they lied. He didn't have pictures of children that he'd been taking all over his computer. He just had paintings of children who were his two children. Wow. Radcliffe. What does this got to do with Abigail?
Nothing. But I lost my family 10 years ago and hadn't been able to let go of them. Do you really think I'd put another person through that kind of pain?
But the images they found on your computer, and the reports of you being seen around children.
I can't paint my children from memory anymore, so I spend time in the company of other people's children. But not in the way you think. It helps me paint. It helps to keep the memory alive of my kids alive. Those images your DCI found were innocent, but he doesn't care.
I was getting the distinct feeling Ethan was reaching when he pinned this on Radcliffe. He turned to Nick as anger seems to have evaporated.
Don't you know anything about Abigail? Haven't you been listening to a word I said? I wouldn't wish the pain on another soul. If I knew anything, Nick, I would have told you. I should have been there for my family that day. I could have. It's my fault.
Radcliffe turns away as he swabs his tears with his sleeve.
It's my fault they're dead.
All my senses tell me Radcliffe's telling the truth.
I'm moving away when all this is dealt with. There's no point in staying here anymore. The newspapers have taken care of that.
Poor man, his pain is so tangible to me. How do you comfort a man who's lost his entire family? You can't. You honestly can't. Nick sighs from exhaustion.
I know you and Joanna have your ups and downs, but take my advice. Keep her close. Be there for Olivia as a family. I used to row with my wife all the time. We argued the last time we spoke.
Radcliffe looks mournfully off to the side.
What I'd give for one more day with her, just to say I'm sorry. I should have seen what was important instead of staying behind for work.
You probably wouldn't have been alive today if you had. Radcliffe meets your eyes, and his own eyes are filled with profound sadness.
Exactly.
You'd rather die with the ones you love, and I can accept that. The next morning, you arrive at the station. God damn, that was sad. That was very sad. I have to speak to Ethan about Radcliffe. Has he been really twisting this investigation in order to frame him? He entered Ethan's office without knocking. Radcliffe's innocent.
Please come in.
He has nothing to do with Abigail's disappearance.
And you're basing this on what exactly? Well, not twisting evidence, you piece of shit. Now you've pissed me off.
Those images on his computer and the pictures on his home, they were innocent. He was using them to paint images of his children.
Well, that may be true. It hardly proves his innocence.
I should play nice. He's a bastard, but he's our bastard. Yell at Ethan. He tried to frame innocent man. He's just a grieving father holding on to memories. You've got nothing on him.
You're forgetting the eyewitness?
Right. This anonymous caller who said they saw him carrying something into the woods. Assuming this caller was real and not a fabrication by you. He works on the farm, has been helping with the renovation work. That could have been anything he was carrying. You're just drawing your own conclusions, being creative with the truth. Ethan's expression darkens. It seems to me, DC Knight, that you're doing more harm than good to this investigation. Push back. How? By trying to stop an innocent man from being charged for murder? I guess I must be in the wrong job. Whose side are we on, anyway? It's clear this case is taking a considerable toll on you. Shut the ever-loving shit before I climb over this desk and smack you across the face. Repeatedly. I'm giving you to the end of the day to find Abigail. After that, you will be replaced. What? Ethan raises a hand to silence you. One more day. But I... Dismiss, detective. You leave his office, your heart heavy. I'm not giving up. If today is all I have, then so be it. You return to the farm. You're barely out of your car when Joanna comes storming out of the house. Jennifer, why didn't you tell me Olivia's been speaking to you? Girl, she ain't been talking to nobody. Are you serious right now? What? Who told... Your DCI told me everything. Damn it, Ethan. Really, mother... It hasn't been Olivia, it's been Abigail as a ghost! So you give me another day, but you determine to make it difficult for me. Can we please talk about this inside? Fine. You and Joanna uncomfortably make your way to the living room. Would you like to explain what's going on? I have to be careful. I still don't know who the real culprit is. If word gets out that Olivia might know where Abigail is, it could put her in danger. I'm trying to let's placate Joanna for now. I'm sorry, Joanna. I didn't mention it because I didn't want to upset you. Olivia uttered a few words, but doesn't seem to have any recollection afterwards. You should have told me. I'm her mother. You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't want to put her under any pressure. Has she communicated with Abigail? Nothing, really. At least, nothing which would lead us to Abigail. I know I've not always been there for Olivia, but I'm trying to make up for that. You can talk to her, but that's it. I don't want any more people in my home. They're taking me off the investigation soon. I may be gone tomorrow. Then speak to her today. You nod. Hopefully, she leads us to Abigail. You find Olivia in her room playing with a Raggedy Ann doll. You scoot up next to her on the bed. I haven't seen one of those in years. Yeah, apparently the writers like Raggedy Ann. I don't get it. This makes 3 books that Raggedy Ann's been in. You run your fingers through the doll's corded hair. Was it a gift? Olivia keeps her eyes fixed on the doll. This is Olivia's first Saturday without Abigail. She must be missing her terribly. I've got to try and put her at ease. I can't blow my last chance to communicate with Abigail. I'll tell her she doesn't need to keep Nick's secret anymore. Tell her she doesn't need to hide her psychic abilities anymore. Olivia, I've spoken to your mummy about how special you are. I'm different too, but you know that. That's why we're such good friends. You mustn't be afraid. We're all here to help. Olivia slowly nods in understanding. Can I speak to Abigail now? I know it hurts, but I really need to speak to her just one more time. Olivia puts the doll aside and closes her eyes. It's like she understands her ability now. You feel the air go cold around you and Olivia. Her breathing becomes shallow. This feels different than before, like it's taking a greater effort on Olivia's part. That's because the other end may be almost near death. Olivia gasps. Tell Mommy and Daddy I love them. And Ollie, tell her. Olivia's face shows the effort involved as her eyes squeeze shut. Tell her not to be sad. Abigail, we're still looking. We're not giving up. Please, tell me anything. Can you hear any sounds? Is it far from the house? Olivia's face turns waxen, the rest becoming even more shallow. Your heart lurches as the realization dawns. It's as if Olivia's swapped places with her sister. Her weakness is taking its toll on Olivia's body. Clench Olivia's lifeless hand. No. Come back, Olivia. Mommy and Daddy, they need you. I know it's hard, but please, come back. Shit. Well, hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head down the description below. Links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Remember, to show your support for chapters today. Pretty much they are going to be hosted on Google Play, and pretty much getting, the recommendation from Google, and they're going to be showcasing it. That's one of the reasons I believe why they brought out Court of Nightfall, Calendar Girl, while they've already got all this amazing content. And do keep in mind, Mermaid and the Vampires Who Love Them is taking a hiatus for this week as they do this showcasing for Google Play. So basically, they're trying to put as much content out there, and it's amazing, really. It's really amazing. I can't say enough good things about chapters. Especially the fact that they aren't all inclusive and taking all of your shit that, like, Choices does. I'm just livid about that, but with that being said, I'm not going to get into that. You most likely see a little box popping up here about that issue and where I discussed about that. Feel free to check that out if you are a Choices fan. Without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. And, ooh, look! Kiss actually updated their thing. Wow, I like that. That's actually pretty cool. Did they update any others? Let's actually really quickly check. They did update that. Old teacher, I do like that. Nope, they didn't update any of those. Okay, I can live with that, though. I can live with that. Alright, catch you on the next video. Peace.